All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the intended target.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. Think it's intercepted.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, McCaffrey. A little 360. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And Hill running right through it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 59 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And this is caught. It's Cooper. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We got 3. We got 3%. 780.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
180. 180.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because of the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Faking the give, now Watson. Got him in, complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Wide open receiver complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 53 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
He's got daylight. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there from McCaffrey. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun. Set. 180. Great. Hey. Let's get up.
On 1st down, Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And caught left side, Olsen. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays, and target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make it 24-7. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson got it complete to Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Set. 180. White said it's 3. Hey, get right down. Get right there. Check. 20.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Lamar Miller, the 30, 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered. How did they get that done? And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish. Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter? Extra point, good by Aguayo. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
Back 22! Back 22! Black 99, feel it!
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Newton to throw. Steps away to his left. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and long. It's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play on third down for the Texans. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They go play action here on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Watson off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to rifle one, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Texans continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180.
From the red zone now, Newton. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Hey, get right down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to 24. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Gun. Set. Now, Katie. Hey. Check.
Well, following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Tighten up.
Cam's going to run the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Do something.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Come back, come back.
On first down, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Here we go, fellas. Do something.
Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to it, and the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. But that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, That just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. On second down, here's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.